We are witnessing the biggest clown show in NBA history. We just watched a team not win a basketball game for 2 consecutive months, despite the fact that they played 28 times. The Pistons are horrible, and today we're looking at what went so wrong. There have been a few questionable decisions by Monty Williams, to say the least, such as rocking with a backcourt consisting of Killian Hayes instead of Jaden Ivey, and also playing James Wiseman 15 minutes a game on an NBA roster, maybe a G League roster, not an NBA roster. This should be the backcourt. I feel like everyone is consensus on that. They play well together, but it just hasn't happened, and Killian Hayes is still playing starter minutes in 2023. Now, Cade's trying his best. He's played every single game. He's averaging 23.5 points, 7.5 assists, and 4.1 rebounds per game. However, they just have not been able to win basketball games. He's honestly looking really good. He's looking like the face of the franchise. He's looking like a big time, well spent number one pick. The efficiency, I would like to see the 3-point percentage come up a little bit. Maybe the field goal percentage up a point, but he's pretty solid right now. He feels like the franchise player for sure. There have been some concerns going into like year 3 for guys that were the number one pick. Not going to call out any names here, but Cade Cunningham, he has cemented himself as the franchise. Monty Williams, however, has cemented nothing because he's still playing Killian Hayes the same amount of minutes as Jaden Ivey. I'm all for Killian Hayes being a great defender, but it's Killian Hayes, the tank commander. Ivey's averaging 13 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Keep in mind they're playing the same amount of minutes, and Killian Hayes is rocking with that patented pull-up fadeaway in the mid-range, and he scored 8.5 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 4 assists, not terrible. But Jaden Ivey is the clear better player here. He's shooting at 45% from the field, only 31% from 3. They're shooting the same from 3, but Ivey, not really a three-point shooter. He's more of a driver. He gets to the rim, slashing, and he's still 21 years old. He needs more playing time. This is a rebuilding team. He needs more playing time. Now, another interesting decision, and again, it's a little bit more acceptable because it's a rebuilding team, so he gets a little bit of a pass. But I'm just saying, these are interesting decisions here. The James Wiseman's still playing 14 minutes a game. The Pistons have been absolutely blessed, and when I mean blessed, their eyes are bleeding when they get to watch when they get to watch James Wiseman and Killian Hayes run the pick and roll. It is atrocious. You see Bagley's numbers on the year. He's only playing 5 more minutes than Wiseman. Wiseman, if you look at just the stats, hasn't even been playing bad. He just has like 0 IQ, it feels like. 6.5 minutes or points per game, 4 rebounds. Is shooting at 59% from the field, Bagley's shooting at 59% from the field in 19 minutes. So if you want to give Wiseman minutes, that's fine, but Bagley probably should deserve a few more minutes. And again, I'll give him a pass because it's a developmental year, but only because it's a developmental year and everything's thrown away. If you are enjoying today's video at any point, we're going to take a break here. Make sure to the like button and leave me a comment down below, as well as hitting that subscribe button. It'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and continue on looking at the rookies this year for the Detroit Pistons. Azar Thompson, contrary to what Gilbert Arenas has been yapping about, he's been solid. 9.2 points per game. Not elite, but he is the face of the Detroit Pistons defensively going forward. He's also averaging 7.2 rebounds, a steal on the block, and like sub 25 minutes a game. Pretty solid numbers. 46% from the field, 15% from 3 is egregious on 2 attempts. So we need to get that fixed. But he's only 21 years old, so plenty of time. And then you also have the number 25 pick, Marcus Sasser, who's already looking like he will be a better scorer than Azar Thompson, but Azar is just such an athlete. I mean, did you see how quick he got up on that dunk right there? Anyways, Sasser averaging 7.3 points, 2.3 assists, 1.7 rebounds in 16 minutes. Like, look at this. Whew. Miles Turner wanted no part of that. Sasser, 48% from the field, 43% from 3 on 3 attempts, so he's extremely efficient for a rookie, which is something you don't see much, but he is already 23. Now, a guy that has been sneaky good for them this year is Jalen Duren. Starting to play a little bit better here in his second year. 13 points a game, 12 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Stats are up across the board. He's become a better passer out of the pick and roll too. Look at that. Duren to a min. 1.2 blocks per game as well. 63% from the field. Not bad for 30 minutes a game. this team has a lot of good cornerstones. Cade, Duran, Azar Thompson. Bojan Bogdanovic is a good vet, but we're going to talk about some trade candidates here, and he's going to be number one as the NBA trade deadline is quickly approaching. 19.6 points per game for Bojan, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.8 assists a night. Pretty good stat line. I mean, there's definitely going to be a team. His contract is big, so it's going to have to be a team with some cap space. There's definitely going to be a team that's interested in scooping him up before the playoffs. 46% from the field, 37% from three. He hasn't played that many games because he came off of injury, but still, he's a guy you could send away maybe for a late first-round pick. You don't have your second-round pick this year, which is essentially a first, so that's going to sting. You also have Alec Burks, about 10 points per game. Another vet you could send off. You could probably get some draft capital back for. Maybe a young player. I don't know, though. The outlook is not looking great for the Pistons this year. This is a throwaway year. I mean, this team might win 8 games. Lost a tough one to Utah. I mean, they scored 150 points and lost last night to Utah. But good thing is Bojan Bogdanovic is getting that trade capital up. So is Alec Burks over the last 2 games. Cade has been just really solid. He had that 3-game stretch there against the Nets, Celtics, and Raptors where they were trying to break the streak, and he just went bananas. 30 and 12. Duran had 17 rebounds. He's a monster on the glass. But, yeah, like I said, if this team wins 8 games, it might be considered an accomplishment. That's the point we're at. It's sad that we're at that point, but that is the reality that we are at. The standings, I don't even really know why I'm showing this. But, hey, they are 3 games out of 14th place, if that makes Pistons fans excited whatsoever. Kuzma, if y'all saw the tweet, he is way ahead of the Pistons right now. It's a staggering 3.5 games ahead of them in the standings. He said something about their losing streak, and everybody's just like, what? Bro, you're almost as bad as the Pistons. You cannot be talking. But yeah, y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I think, like I said, this Pistons team has a very clear path forward. You know, you build around Cade, you build around Duran, you build around Azar Thompson. Jaden Ivey's pretty solid. Marcus Sasser is going to be a good guard off the bench. I can almost guarantee that, as efficient as he is right now, and you know he is streaky, but he can get it going. You've got good pieces to build around. Maybe Isaiah Stewart pans out. You know, you hope he pans out, but he's probably going to have to be a backup center. And again, if you want to keep Bagley around, you probably can't keep Stewart around because neither one of them can space the floor, so you can't play them at the same time unless you want to run 3 bigs. So we'll see, because I feel like Mr. Wiseman will be out the door as soon as this season is over. Killian Hayes they can keep around, but he doesn't need to be playing starter minutes, Monty Williams. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy today's video at any point. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.